Hello, welcome back to Truth Seekers Tea. My name is Kate and I'm thankful to have you here for today's pick a card reading. We are going to be looking at how your person is currently viewing your connection. So there are 3 piles to choose from as usual. There will be an energy check-in as well. So for pile number 1, we have the Apparition Tarot with this clear quartz heart. For pile number 2, we have the Moonchild Tarot with this Amazonian raw crystal. And for pile number 3, we have the Dreamy Moons Tarot with this selenite heart. Take your time to tune into the pile that you're feeling the most drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one pile, I would consider checking out the energy check-in for both of them. Other than that, I will have the timestamps linked down below. There will be an extended reading for each pile. I'll have a link to both Vimeo and another website called Gumroad in the description box in case you guys don't have good luck with Vimeo. So I'll have that link down below. I'll have the names of these decks in case you guys are curious and any other information about me. So without further ado, I'll see you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Apparition Tarot in this clear quartz heart, then this is going to be your reading where we're going to be looking at how your person is currently viewing your connection. So, before we get into that, we will be doing an energy check-in to see how you are currently viewing the connection with this person. All right, so Spirit, please send me into pile number 1's energy. How are they currently perceiving this connection with their person? With this person. All right, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. The Queen of Cups, I do need to cover her. How is pile number 1 viewing this connection? The Nine of Wands. Okay, so I do feel like there's an energy of wanting to guard your heart here. Like I feel like you might have water in your chart, or you may just be someone who is very empathetic and even sensitive too, or yeah, like I feel like you are someone that's more sensitive. And so I do feel like with the Nine of Wands here, you may have already been through a lot emotionally or just in love, and for that reason I feel like there is a level of just a little bit of guardedness, especially when it comes to your heart. I feel like with the Ace of Wands here, I do feel like you are very attracted to this person. Like I feel like there's a spark between the two of you. But with the Knight of Cups in reverse, it makes me feel like you might feel a little bit, you might be questioning this person's like true intentions towards you, or like how sincere this person really is. Especially if there is that strong kind of spark or like passion between the two of you. It could be that you're feeling that, but then you're like, okay, but when it comes to getting my, like you may be worried about when it comes to like a deeper level, like, or if things were to, or it's almost like you're almost prepared for this potential of this person not being super sincere. And maybe it's an energy of, you know, being cautious about getting your feelings super, super involved in this person. Can we clarify the Knight of Cups here for how pile number 1's viewing the connection? All right, we have the 10 of Cups here. Yeah, and I saw the World was at the back of the deck too, and so I feel like you may be wondering if they have sincere intentions toward a future with you. And yeah, with the Nine of Swords here, I feel like there could be, like, especially with the Ace of Cups, if this is like a newer connection. It doesn't have to be, but I just feel like there may be some concern about the future or some fear as to how it's going to turn out in the future with this person. Also, maybe you might even feel like this could just be for some of you, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, that can be like a charming kind of an energy, or like a charmer. And so, you know, maybe this person builds up like a vision of, or like gets in your, creates a, maybe like there's a little bit of a fantasy, or maybe this person has talked about the future or painted a picture of like what they want. But but we have like the Seven of Wands here and the Tower. And so there's almost this energy of wanting to protect yourself against illusion, or against like, there's almost this awareness that this person could be sort of a tower, or this could be something that could crash and burn. And so there's almost this energy of like resilience and boundaries and things like that. And also like a certain level of protecting your own well-being. So just in case like there is a match, and it's kind of interesting that we have the Ace of Wands here. Like if things, you know, in case it does come crashing and burning, essentially. Can we clarify the Ace of Wands for how pile number one's viewing this connection? Okay, we also have the Tower did come out here. So, yeah, I feel for a lot of you, either this is someone, I'm going to finish out the spread so I can just kind of see the whole thing, but I am wondering if this is a new connection. I was kind of speaking to it like that. Like there almost is just this fear of fully opening your heart, because of your experiences in the past, like what you've already been through in love. And so it's almost like maybe when there is like a passionate connection, or like there is that like spark energy, like there could be a fear of like, is this built on something solid? So you might feel like this is a connection that wasn't built on something solid, or isn't. And it just depends, honestly, on your situation. Like I feel like if this is someone you have history with, that kind of changes the context more, because I feel like in that case there would be almost a confirmation of feeling like there's a reason to be defensive, because maybe you've had evidence of this person maybe being more like kind of like a charmer, like not like a player like the Knight of Wands, but almost like a charmer, you know, knows how to say the right things and knows how to kind of like get your emotions involved even. But yeah, there could be a question, just either way, questioning this person's sincerity. Can we clarify the Queen of Cups, please? Yeah, the Two of Swords. It's like you're not really sure what to make of this. I feel like you're not sure. And the Five of Wands. I feel like you may be conflicted right now. Maybe you guys are even trying to, get like making sure that you're coming from like a more balanced perspective. I feel like you're trying to not just rush forward. I feel like you're trying to see different perspectives. You may even be trying to like taking a step back and regrouping to see like what the best next move is. But overall, it seems like there is a level of uncertainty or not being sure like what to make of this or what to do yet right now. But it does almost seem like you might be, I'm getting the energy of like sleeping on it, or taking a break from, taking a step back is kind of what I'm getting. Taking a step back, especially because like with the Ace of Wands, if there is like passion plus sort of, certain actions or words that this person might give, like I feel like you're kind of aware that, like when you're kind of swept up in that energy of like passion or like the beginning of just like an emotional relationship, it's harder to see things, to see clearly. Maybe you even feel like your emotions for them is something that's making it harder to know what to do in this situation or what choice to make. because you do seem to have feelings for them. Can we clarify the Nine of Wands, please? We have Justice, so Libra energy here, and then the King of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So there is an energy here of, I'm just thinking about Justice being sort of like the repercussions, or like it's almost an energy where things unfold. It's like you reap exactly what you sow. And so I'm just wondering with Justice here and the Nine of Wands, because I'm doing all uprights, I'm kind of looking at different meanings for each card, but I'm seeing with the Justice card, like there could just be a fear almost of like, even like you might be really debating like what actions you take, or you might be in this very like cautious energy, because it's almost like there's this fear of doing everything right and like still getting an unfair outcome, or it's almost like you might be hesitating because you just want justice for yourself, or like you want like fair treatment, you don't want an unfair situation, or you're trying to protect yourself against that, and that might be causing like a certain level of like hesitation, or like not even overthinking necessarily, but just like not knowing what to do, like, and that could be partially because maybe you have feelings for them, but but like another energy is kind of coming through of like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. And so that could be like with this person, like there already has been a reason to have your guard up, or it could just be like an overall feeling you're having in love right now of like just being afraid that you're not going to get a fair outcome is kind of the feeling. And yeah, maybe not being sure if this person is being fair with you, or is not being sure. I'm also hearing if the Beatles song, if I gave my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you won't hurt my pride like her, because I've been in love before and I found out love is more than just holding hands. Yeah, but all in all, I just think that there's an energy of not knowing what the outcome's going to be, and just kind of feeling not sure where it's heading. Also not sure if it's like something that could lead to this 10 of Cups, or are you like, there's almost this question in your head of, am I setting myself up for, to be disillusioned? And what if I make the wrong choice here? There's almost this feeling of like putting a little bit of pressure on yourself of like, trying to make the right decision even to bring the outcome that is fair to you. But yeah, with the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant underneath, the Moon as well, there could just be a level of like a lack of clarity right now around commitment. But yeah, I feel like you definitely want something that's more long-term. And I feel like you might be unsure if this is someone that can actually be like very reliable and stable. Because like the King of Pentacles is someone that's extremely reliable. They're a provider, they're a protector. And so it's almost like, are they actually this King of Pentacles, or are they kind of an illusion, or is my image of this person, and am I going to be making my decisions in this connection from a place of illusion? Or maybe even feeling like you're having to do that. But that could just be from the general uncertainty of not really knowing for sure. Like you can never know exactly for sure. But yeah, I just think there's a level of defensiveness, but like wanting, like just being a bit guarded in love and relationships, and just wanting to make sure that you weigh out like both sides of everything. Like there's just this strong feeling of not wanting to make a biased decision also. Like I feel like you're really trying to see the truth of the situation as it is, rather than, you know, what like passion or emotions might have you wanting it to be, essentially. But all right, so if that resonates, let's take a look at how your person is currently viewing the connection. Also with the Knight of Cups in reverse, there could also just be like a hesitation on your end to like fully be romantic with this person, like maybe to be receptive to them, or even to like express and take action on your emotions. That could also be like an energy that's blocked within you as well. All right, let's see though. So how is pile number one's person truly viewing their connection? Just feel the need for another shuffle. How is pile number one's person viewing their connection? You have the Knight of Swords. We have the King of Swords with the Knight of Wands. And then the Fool at the back of the deck here. I feel like there's an energy of this person like thinking about what next action they should take toward you, or what is the best next action. Yeah, I feel like with the Fool here, they may even be feeling like there's an energy of really wanting to think through what they do, rather, because I feel like with the Fool here, it's almost like I feel like they don't want to make the wrong move, or they don't want to come to you in the wrong energy, or it's like they want to be sure about what action they take toward you. Yeah, because the Knight of Wands is meant to be on the King of Swords. It's like, yeah, but anyways, let's keep going. So how is pile number one's person currently viewing this connection? We have the Hangman. Yeah, so super interesting, because I feel like that was kind of coming through a little bit with you, but like I feel like this person is also, they're also in this contemplating energy, contemplative energy. This is Pisces as well, where they're really like, it's almost like they're really strategizing here. They want to make sure that they don't just take an action and then have to reevaluate it. Or it could even be that they feel like they're having to reevaluate their approach in this connection. But I can tell either way that they're really trying to strategize and think things through, and to think clearly. We'll clarify a little bit more with the Hangman, but yeah, let's just get a little bit more out. So how else? How is pile number one's person viewing the connection? Ace of Wands, that was coming out, or I could see that already, yeah. So you guys both have this Ace of Wands here too. So definitely a mutual attraction between the two of you. Like there is that spark, there is that potential, but it's almost like, where do we go from here, from the Ace to the Two, which would be about like making a plan to move things forward. It's also like strategizing too. Can we clarify for how pile number one's person is viewing this connection? Can we clarify the Knight of Swords? We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. Can we clarify the King of Swords? We have the Lovers, Gemini. Can we clarify the Hangman? We have the Fool. Can we clarify the Ace of Wands? The Ten of Wands, and then the King of Wands at the back of the deck. Okay, interesting. What I'm seeing overall, like the main energy like I'm getting is like how they're viewing the connection. It's almost like they're really trying to figure out what their next move is going to be. Like I feel like there's this energy with the King of Wands here, which can be a very it's like almost this energy of taking the lead and enacting a vision and being confident in what actions you need to take to manifest or have a vision you have unfold. It is possible for this connection that like maybe there has been like a pause, or there maybe is like a level of, for some of you it could be even like separation, because just with the Hermit, that could be an energy of kind of going inward, and not, it's almost a time period of retreating within. And so I feel like there's this energy of feeling like this person's viewing the connection as such, where like they're kind of in this energy of needing to figure out what they should do, like what's the best next option. And so they might be doing some soul searching as well, like to make sure that they know where, like what they really think and like what they really feel. But I also feel like with the Lovers here, there is this energy of almost wanting to consider you and your perspective with the Hangman too. Like it's almost like they're trying to consider you as they make their decisions. And so it's almost like instead of just jumping forward with like the Fool here, they almost feel like they're viewing the connection as something that they can't just, that they feel like they need to be like realistic, like they need to think things through. They need to think about like the potential repercussions or consequences of their actions. And I feel like with the Ten of Wands here, like that could be an energy too of like needing to take more responsibility for their actions, or they might be feeling like if the connection is going to, if this is going to be a successful connection, or if it's going to move forward, they're kind of recognizing like beginnings are easy. It's almost like the beginnings are always easy from this person's perspective, or they feel like you guys maybe had a certain level of like just like natural, like there has been a beginning here is how it feels. But maybe they feel like they acted too soon, or they jumped in before really thinking about, before seeing the full picture, or before really, like it's almost this energy of recognizing the need to think more critically and to really think about what kind of action is the best type of action to take next. Yeah, and I feel like even with the Hermit here, like I feel like you have this person like really in this contemplative energy, where I feel like this might be someone who's actually a little bit more used to just kind of taking action and following their instinct and their passion, and like not really, and moving quickly. Like I feel like this could be someone who's like more used to that. But they almost feel like this connection calls for more wisdom or discernment. Like it's almost like that isn't going to be the right approach, is how this person feels. So how they're viewing it overall is like they do see potential here with the Lovers. I mean, I feel like they see potential either for like a new beginning, or maybe this person wants to start over, or like it's almost this energy of wanting to do things differently, or change their approach. But I do feel like with the Ten of Wands, I might need to clarify that. I am getting overall that there's just this energy of needing to be responsible, or consider, like maybe if there, and for some of you where this has already been like a connection, maybe there's been like a break or like a pause in this connection, and it's possible this person is wanting to start over, and they may be concerned about like if you guys, if it's possible to even have like a loving connection or even have like a balanced connection, where there's like a fresh start. Like, because yeah, with the Six of Swords here, yeah, and the Seven of Swords, I do feel like this person is really strategizing though. Yeah, because the world being here, there is this energy of wanting things to be successful and also wanting to move to a better place within the connection. And yeah, and I feel like with the Six of Cups, there could be a past within this connection for sure. But the Seven of Swords isn't coming across. It almost looks just like that King of Swords. It's more like this person is realizing that they maybe need to be more like agile mentally, or they need to be more cautious or careful or like considerate even. Like, it's almost just like, don't just be a bull in a china shop almost. Like, that's what they don't want. But I also feel like with the Hermit here, there may be this energy of like, maybe this person feels like you guys both had to go within in order to work better together, or they at least feel like they've had to do that. And there is kind of this energy of like them maturing or gaining experience and new perspectives through this connection. And it's almost like they're seeing things more clearly. I want to say that they do feel like they're seeing things more clearly now, that there maybe has been a little bit of a pause, or yeah. But I want to just clarify, why do we have the Ten of Wands? We have the Page of Cups. So I do feel like they maybe are worried that like maybe there's like a heaviness to the connection. It's possible that they feel like there's a need to kind of rekindle things or re-spark things. But yeah, with the Page of Cups, like I feel like they maybe feel like the connection has gotten to be a little bit heavy or serious, and there might be this energy of maybe wanting to lighten things up or kind of they almost want to lighten things up. I don't know if I can say that in any other way. I feel like they want you to know that they like do see your perspective, and it's possible that they do even feel the need to like apologize to you. But overall, it's kind of this feeling of hoping that there will be emotional openness between the two of you. And that it's almost like this person is wanting to connect with you maybe more like in a more flirty way again, or in like a childlike kind of energy. But it's also possible that this person might be recognizing certain ways that they've been immature as well, and how they might have burdened you even. But either way, I just feel like they want the heaviness of the connection. I feel like they don't want that to be, I feel like they're feeling a level of heaviness, and I feel like they want to lighten the mood or break the ice with you. Yeah. They may be also feeling like they need to take some kind of an action to move things forward. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles here. I feel like they're almost recognizing how like maybe some of their immaturity might have put like more strain on you. So again, there's kind of an apology coming through for that. Can we clarify the Fool? Yeah, we have the Page of Wands. So like I do feel like this they are seeing a new opportunity here, or I feel like I feel like they want things to move forward again. Again, they may want to send you some kind of a message. But yeah, it's almost like they're hoping that you're going to be open to exploring this with them. Can we clarify the Hangman? We have the Eight of Pentacles. I do feel like they're viewing this connection as something where they do have to assess themselves. I feel like there's this energy of trying to look at things from different perspectives, because with the Eight of Pentacles here, it's almost like they feel like this relationship does require work. And I feel that they are trying to show you that they're putting the effort in, or that they're doing the work, or like I feel like this is someone who does actually want to do the work. Can we clarify the Knight of Swords here? We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's this energy of them thinking about, they might also view you as the Hermit here. Like they might be feeling like maybe you're being guarded toward them. So they're trying to think about what they should say to you, or like how they can get you to open up. Like I feel like this is someone who's wanting you to get you to open up. And even it's possible that they want to maybe help you move toward better waters, or they might even want to cheer you up. Like this could be an energy like that as well, where like, yeah, like maybe, yeah, it's kind of coming through where it's almost like they want to make you laugh. And so they're really thinking about like how they can do that. But yeah, they may view you as someone who is good on your own, or someone that can definitely can be introverted, or could maybe they might see you as someone who's very contemplative. That's another word. Like they may view you as someone who really goes inward, and maybe they can sometimes feel a little bit disconnected from you because they don't know like what's going on, or they don't even know how they can like maybe help, or what they can do to like, yeah, because like I just feel like with this star here, it's almost like I feel like they want to give you like hope, or like they want to, I feel like they want you to feel better about them too. Can we clarify the Lovers, please? Yeah, the Two of Cups. Like I feel like this person really feels like there is a connection, and yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, like I feel like there's this energy of wanting to be optimistic about this connection, and wanting to hope that any negative cycles that have either been between the two of you or just in your life, like it's almost like they're hoping that you'll be open to the idea that there could be positive movement or positive change. Yeah, they want to create movement forward in this connection. I feel like they want to create more connection between the two of you as well. But yeah, they maybe feel as well though that they have to work a little bit extra to kind of see your perspective, or to trial and error with their own approach toward you. So yeah. All right, let's get some oracle cards for the extended reading. I want to see what they'd want to say to you if they got the opportunity. Like what would they most want you to know? And then I want to see where this connection is headed, and then we'll just get you some extended guidance. So I'll have that link down below for those of you that want to check it out. Also, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment, those are all ways to just support the channel for free. So thank you for that. Okay, so I'm going to use some of these guys. How is pile number one's person currently viewing the connection? We have 10 of Pentacles, part of fortune increase. We have Saturn return, age, yeah, and I'm not surprised to see that, because I do feel almost like this connection is really kind of testing this person. I feel like there's this energy of growing up for them. Okay, so I just want to highlight some of the messages that I feel like are very relevant to this. So I feel like, especially with the Page of Cups here, I do feel like this message is really confirming this energy around your person, feeling like it's time for them to, the book literally says, this marks a period where childish things must be put away. This is a no more getting ready to live your life. It's time to live it and be responsible for your own dreams, goals, and affairs. Like you need to face things don't hold on to things that have no basis in reality. And there's like a truth seeking energy as well. So, yeah, so I do feel like that's what this is speaking about, especially the King of Wands too. It's almost like this energy of wanting to step up and be more of a leader in the situation and to take on more responsibility in their life. Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like they're in this energy of, they're just no longer the fool anymore. Like they're not, like, I feel like they're needing to kind of graduate to a higher level of responsibility. And yeah, I just feel like that's kind of what the connection is stirring up in them. I do also feel like there's this energy of feeling like the connection can be resolved with you. Like there's this energy of feeling like things can move forward. I feel like this person also feels like this connection is very, like with the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel like they see this as a fated connection or something that is like meant to be a part of their life. And it's also something that they feel like is pushing them to develop within themselves. It's pushing them into a lot of introspection, and it's also like you're giving them a whole new perspective as well. And so I do want to say, just to kind of give you guys a little bit more like reassurance, like it's saying that this is the time where you're wanting to do good and honor other people. You will want to gain, through this, you'll gain respect and opportunity. You will share what you've gained for others, for yourself with others. Injustices of any kind will challenge and rouse you into action. And so it's kind of this energy of moving forward and releasing any previous issues or blockages as well. So, yeah, so repairing situations, finding balance, being open, yeah. Yeah, being responsible solely for your own victory. So kind of taking responsibility here. And then with the Saturn return, I feel like there's just an energy of them feeling like they have to, feeling like they're facing challenges, and maybe they've had to face like some hard truths in this connection. But overall, they feel like this is something that can have a solid foundation for the future, but it's almost like it's depending on them kind of stepping up to the plate and being responsible for this. And it's almost like this person feels like if the connection failed, they would have to see that it has a lot to do with like their maturity level, or like there needs to be a willingness to face reality and and it talks about how there's a need to be measured in your life as well. Yeah, and so it even says you're now at a time when you understand things better than you did even a year ago. So there is just this energy of seeing this person's like seeing their old ways a lot more clearly. It's almost like they're just getting a better perspective on where they need to step up, where they need to take things more seriously, where they need to be more reliable. Yeah, and it also could even be that maybe they even feel like you are more mature than them, and that might be something that they feel like is like kind of pushing them. Yeah, so it's saying take life in a measured way and let go of your illusions, for they don't serve you. It's time to see what you're made of. So moving past hardship, paying your dues, doing things in a measured way or at the right time. I feel like that's also true with like the action. I feel like that's been coming through in general, is like this person kind of feeling like they need to think more about like what actions they take, so they're not just random. Yeah, responsibility, being steady, building a foundation, endurance, releasing what doesn't work. It's even saying father and old male, so it could be this energy of feeling like it's facing the truth, the time to get real, a reality check, stripping things bare, clearing the past. fated relationship. So this is coming through twice, the fated relationship element. But yeah, so this is the judgment energy. So difficulties, paying your dues, moving to the next level, putting the past behind you, correction. So that's how they kind of view this connection overall, is like this energy where they've kind of needed to change their approach, or they've needed to step it up if they want the connection to be successful. And I feel like they do, honestly, because I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles here, I feel like it's almost stirring them into thinking more long term and kind of maybe thinking about themselves being an actual like partner, you know what I mean? Like being like a husband or something like that, or wife, whatever this is. So we do have Gemini energy, Virgo, Aquarius, and Pisces. Yeah. And so, yeah, and Virgo also is an energy of, you know, work with the Eight of Pentacles here, like working on yourself and putting the effort in to make sure that you aren't just like it's a very strong attention to detail kind of an energy where it's important to, yeah, like look at the details as well with the Eight of Pentacles and not just kind of wing it or not put in the work and expect results. Like they're kind of recognizing these sorts of things as well. So can we just get one more for how they're viewing the connection? Yeah, we have the 12th house with escape here with the Four of Cups. Yeah, and the Seven of Pentacles. I do feel like there's this overall energy of them feeling like with the 6th house and routine, I feel like they feel like there's maybe a lot of, I feel like they're wanting to update the way they go about their life. Like I feel like they're kind of recognizing maybe a need for a little bit of a restructuring in their life as well, to make sure that they're being more responsible and that they're living sustainably. Yeah, because I'm seeing here with the Grand Trine and Blessings, like I'm wondering if this person, like it's almost like it's possible that they have been lucky in certain ways in their life, and so it's possible that they maybe aren't used to taking so much responsibility is kind of what I'm getting. But I do feel like they're maybe seeing where in the past maybe they've like taken things for granted, or they've kind of, yeah, like they kind of took good outcomes in their life for granted, and so they maybe didn't realize like how important it is that they are actually doing their due diligence in situations. But yeah, just the Gemini being the lovers here too. Like I feel like this person is trying to think about your perspective a little bit more as well. Yeah. And so the 12th house is also about like the ending of chapters as well. Yeah, and so I just feel like all in all, there's this energy of yeah, sorry, I'm just looking. So it says something is amiss. There's something about the situation you are unsure about or at least not privy to. All is not as it seems. Without information, it's difficult to move forward. The signals you're getting are probably the wrong ones. What might seem obvious right now is only a mirage. Yeah, and I feel like overall there's kind of this energy of maybe this person, it's almost like they need to step up into being their responsible for their own purpose in life. And it's almost like this connection is something that's maybe pointed out ways in which they avoid certain truths or responsibilities, or maybe where they try to kind of focus on fantasy as a way to like escape what's going on or what they really need to be working on or focusing on, or like, yeah. And so I feel like this person maybe has had a tendency to do that. And I feel that they are in this energy of realizing that they need to be present. They need to be seeing things clearly. Like they're just recognizing that they've needed to kind of wake up and, like with the King of Swords energy, see through any illusions or any fogginess rather than trying to avoid things to get caught up in a fantasy or to, I don't know, just all the ways in which we might avoid reality, you know, and that could even be like substances or stuff like that. But I just feel like there's kind of this energy of needing to really face things head on and be responsible, rather than keep running away from what needs to be faced or addressed. Like it's almost like they can't escape from, they shouldn't just be looking to be in denial or looking for a distraction. Like maybe this is someone who does like to distract themselves. It's like they're kind of recognizing they need to have this clear vision, and they need to also assess the situation clearly. Like they're almost recognizing this energy of like, I need to be more on point because I've been mistaken, or I've kind of had, it's almost like they feel that they've had errors, like they've made mistakes because they weren't seeing the situation as clearly as they thought they were, or even like their perspective wasn't as mature as they thought it was, or, you know, it's almost this energy of a reality check of like, oh, I maybe thought I had that, but I don't. Like it's kind of making me think of like in school when you like don't study because you just assume like you know the information only to get like a F or something, and it's like kind of that reality check of like, oh, like I didn't, not only did I not know this information, but I didn't even know that I didn't know. So there's kind of this level of, and then if they think back to it, maybe there were certain signs that like they didn't really know the information, but maybe a part of them didn't really want to have to study or didn't really want to have to be responsible for, like they didn't really want to have to like, they almost like to not be aware of the issue so they don't really have to address it. But then it's almost like recognizing that that might be like a childish way from their past, or like maybe they've kind of in the past like wanted like the external to, like leaving things up to fate even, or feeling like it, like kind of leaving it out of their control. It's almost like they're recognizing that they have to that their actions do matter in this situation. And not only that, but it's important that they take actions from like a clear place where they're not seeing the situation wrong. So that's how they kind of are seeing everything. So again, I'm going to take it into the extended. We're going to see what they'd want to say to you, if they had the opportunity to be completely honest with you. Then we're going to look at where this connection is headed. What's the potential of the connection? Where is it going after this? And then we're also going to get you just guidance overall on what you need to hear about this connection. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Moonchild Tarot with this Amazonite raw crystal, this is going to be a reading where we're going to be looking at, sorry, there's some papers shuffling by my feet. We're going to be looking at how your person currently is viewing your connection with them. And before we do that, we are going to be seeing how you're currently viewing this connection overall. And this is meant to serve as an energy check-in and hopefully make you feel more confident that you picked the right pile and that these messages are actually for you. So Spirit, please tune me into group 2's energy. How is group 2 currently viewing their connection with the person that they have on their mind for this reading? How does group 2 view them, or view the connection? All right, we have the 4 of Wands with the 8 of Swords. All right, we have a Dark Veil. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is either the Moon or the Devil in this deck, and I do just want to double check because, especially in this case, I feel like that's an important discrepancy to make. So where the heck is the guidebook? One second. Okay, so this is in fact the Devil. So I am seeing like immediately, just like with the 8 of Swords coming out, it seems to be that you might feel entrapped in this connection, or there might be you might perceive this connection to be somewhat unhealthy. It's making me think of, just for some of you, it could be someone you live with, or it could be someone you're married to, you share a home with, or a community or a foundation. But it's almost like you feel entrapped by the foundation here, where the Four of Wands would typically be like a home base kind of an energy, or that represents stability and community and support. But in this case, with the Eight of Swords, it kind of is giving me this feeling of being stuck, or feeling like tied to something within this connection. But yeah, I'm seeing the Eight of Cups just at the back of the deck as well. So yeah, all right. What else for pile number 2? How are they viewing this connection? Okay, Moonchild, another card that is different. So I'm just going to take a look at what the Moonchild card is speaking about. So, okay, so this talks about connecting to your intuition. Interesting. So it's saying, are there any energies that need to be released? Is it time to start a new project? What is internally or externally inhibiting you from rising, growing, and healing? How are you delaying your own productivity? Interesting. Yeah, so this could be a connection where you're feeling, it just feels like there's a lot of darker kind of energy, or maybe this connection it brings out a part of you that can feel trapped or unable to move forward towards healthier opportunities. There's just this feeling of holding yourself back, or maybe like this being a difficult energy that, yeah, that you might be feeling the need to break away from this, or to be more open to other opportunities, or more open to something new. But it's almost like this energy of being in a space where you're not super emotionally happy is how it feels within this connection. What else? All right, we have the Queen of Cups. Can we clarify the Four of Wands for how pile number 2 is viewing this connection? So we have the Two of Pentacles. So you guys could have water in your chart: Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So we have the Two of Pentacles here as well. So this definitely feels like someone that you probably see on a routine basis, or it just feels like this person is more integrated into your life. Can we clarify the Devil here? All right, we have the Two of Cups. I have to cover this. Okay. Can we clarify Moonchild, please? With the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm wondering if for some of you, maybe this relationship is something that you might be viewing as holding you back, or you might even want to have more balance in your life, or maybe you want more, maybe the relationship feels like it is too big of a part of your life, or it's making it hard for you to prioritize other aspects. And this could just be like your personal development, your career, your hobbies, just anything in your own life that you want to do. Because with the Page of Pentacles here, yeah, it just feels like there may be like an idea or a project or something you're interested in exploring, or maybe you want to learn something new. It just feels like you almost want maybe some expansion, and yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So can we clarify the Queen of Cups? We have the High Priestess here. Knight of Wands here too at the back of the deck, which I'm not surprised to see because I almost feel like there's this part of you that is wanting to maybe break out of this. Maybe you want to move towards something exciting, or like you want to take more exciting action in your life is what it seems like. And I feel like with the High Priestess here, maybe in this connection you feel almost like you're maybe this is something that you don't like share very openly with your partner, or maybe you feel the need to kind of keep these to yourself, or you might just have kind of secret ideas, not even secret in a bad way, but just it just might be something going on internally within you that's like this pull or this feeling of wanting to explore something. But again, maybe not knowing how you could balance it in your life with this connection. And with the Queen of Cups here, I just got a message of maybe feeling like this person doesn't fully, or from your perspective, they don't fully know how you feel. And you might feel a little bit misunderstood in this connection as well. And it feels like maybe you feel a bit disempowered here in this connection. And I feel like your heart and your emotions are pulling you to listen to them. Like, I feel like you're feeling the need to, you're getting like a pull or like a niggle, or like just this feeling that you need to make a change, or it's time to release any energies that are bonding you rather than supporting you to grow and to expand, essentially. And so I feel like, and I think about this a lot, like relationships and like building a foundation or a structure with someone, like a home. I feel like it's important that like the home encourages you to expand and to continue to grow, and it doesn't keep you stuck or trapped. It should actually empower you to expand further. And so I feel like maybe that's just kind of what's going on here, is the overall, like, there is this connection you have with them, but maybe sometimes feeling a little bit bonded to it or a little bit stuck in a way. So, and it just feels almost like your soul is calling to you. And maybe you're just having these feelings that, again, like that you're maybe not speaking up about, you're not taking action towards, but you're just kind of marinating on them. And it feels like your heart is telling you something. Maybe it would be something that you feel that this person maybe wouldn't understand, or you maybe don't see how it would be practical. Or maybe you might disregard your feelings if they don't, because you might be prioritizing the connection over your calling that you're having. But let's see how your person is currently viewing the connection with you. How is pile number 2's person viewing the connection? We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We have Strength with Leo. How is pile number 2's person viewing this connection? We have the Emperor, lots of major arcana coming through. Aries, Ten of Cups. Yeah, so this person does seem to have a very dominant energy. Yeah, so there's just this very strong, this person seems to like to be in control. There could be a lot of ego with this person as well, but not necessarily in a bad way. Maybe for some of you, but it just seems like they have this like pride and this feeling of having things under control or having a plan. So I feel like this person almost has like a plan for the connection, or they seem to have very strong ideas of where it's going or what it is. And I feel like with the Ten of Cups here, I do feel like this person is seeing this as the end game for them, honestly. Can we clarify the Hermit here? We have the Six of Swords. Can we clarify Strength? We have the Five of Cups, and I saw the Five of Cups wanting to come through. And then we have the Sun here. So it's almost like your person is definitely, there's an energy coming through of wanting to leave any difficult or negative energy where there's been maybe disappointments in this connection. I feel like they're wanting to leave that in the past. Because with the Sun here, there's this energy of wanting to be optimistic and wanting to see things on the bright side and kind of leave any difficulties in the past. Like that's almost what they're thinking here. I need to double check on the Hermit here, but I do feel like there's this energy of wanting to bring you closer to them, and to build more collaboration and happy memories or lighthearted. It's almost like they want to, they want to build more of an atmosphere of collaboration, and they want to get along is what's coming through. It's also possible that they might have reflected on maybe some egoic behavior that they regret. Because with the Hermit here, there's kind of an energy of doing some reflection, even with the Emperor being in this like meditative pose. Like there is this feeling of reflection coming through from them where they've maybe had to ask themselves what they really want, or maybe even getting real with maybe things they need to improve. It's kind of giving that Virgo energy of wanting to make sure that things are headed in a good direction. And so they kind of have this energy. Yeah, it's like there's this energy of wanting to level up and try to focus on the positive is what I would say. And to there's this energy as well of wanting to stay in control of, especially if like there's any temper or just like staying in control of their triggers, because they know that they regret anything that they do that derails the ultimate goal that they have with you, which is the Ten of Cups here. Can we clarify the Emperor? Yeah, we had the King of Wands. And so I am wondering if this person, like, Aries energy in general can sometimes be very dominant, or like people can kind of just say they do what they want maybe without thinking about it. It's an energy of wanting to take over, take action, take control. There's a really strong masculine energy coming through. And so again, with the King of Wands here, this person is seeing a vision for this connection. Like I feel like they feel like they're a leader in this connection. Again, a lot of fire energy. So we have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But yeah, a lot of fire with this person. And again, with Strength here, I feel like there maybe was a need for them to temper that a bit. More Leo energy with the Sun here too. So yeah, again, in Leo can be this very confident, empowered energy, but it could also be like there could be a lot of ego with Leo's energy. So I just feel like that's kind of an aspect of this person. But can we clarify the Ten of Cups? We have the Page of Swords, and then we have the Chariot. Yeah, so overall in Cancer energy, I'm really seeing this energy of wanting to move forward, wanting to overcome any issues that might have come up. I I do feel like with the Page of Swords, I wonder if this person maybe has a tendency to not take feedback super well, or they may struggle sometimes, yeah, with like constructive feedback, or recognizing when they're out of line, or recognizing when they really do need to take a step back and consider different perspectives. But I do feel like overall there's kind of this vibe of them wanting to learn what they need to learn in order to make the outcome they want a reality with the Ten of Cups. I am wondering as well, though, and I'm just making the switch to mainly doing upright cards because I just have been into that recently because I feel like it helps me be more intuitive, actually. So, but I am seeing with this Hermit energy, I feel like your person may actually struggle with this Hermit energy. They may not see, or they may avoid having to go within and slow down their process and reflect on things. It's like, it's not an active card with the Hermit, you know, it's an internal card. It's not external. And this person feels very external. Like, they're very externally focused with the Emperor here, especially, and just with the King of Wands. And so I do wonder if this person can sometimes neglect the need to reflect on things deeper or understand it on that level. Like, there's kind of a feeling here of wanting to just, there might be like a bypassing kind of an energy, and it's not necessarily spiritual bypassing, but it's almost like it's like ego bypassing, where because you don't really want to, it's like not accepting reality though. So it's almost like with this person, they have this goal in mind of where they want things to head. Like with the Chariot, like they have this direction they want to go in, and they feel like so certain about it that it's like, maybe sometimes where they can mess up is not recognizing that it's like a process, like the journey to where you're getting is gonna, in order to get to where you want to go, it's a process of sometimes having to take step backwards to go forward again. And it's like, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, or, but because I'm just kind of getting an overall with the Sun on top of the Five of Cups, this energy of really quickly wanting to move on from any issues, like, but I could see how that might be an issue with them because they just want to move on. They just want to leave it in the past. Like, they don't want to sit and reflect about what the problem was or what the mistake was or how to improve it for the next time. It's almost like they just want to move on from it right then and there. Like, and just move forward. So there's kind of this energy of very forward focused. And I'm even like thinking about, so this person may struggle with like reflection and taking time to slow down. And I'm just, and with the Chariot here, there's this energy of, this is the opposite of surrender energy. Like, this is full forward force in the direction of their goal, of what they want. This is a very willful person where they like to get what they want. They like to succeed. They like to be successful, and they like reaching their goals or getting kind of what they want. But maybe it's possible that sometimes they don't understand. It's you guys are very opposite in your energies, because it was coming through so strongly with you being in this watery, intuitive, like shadow moon, like being in touch with like the subtle senses, and like this person is literally like the exact opposite. And I feel like they might like to take things at face value and not look like more deeply into them. Because the Page of Swords can be that energy too, where it's like the Page of Swords can feel like they know everything already. But there's just kind of a lack of self-awareness, really, and just not really wanting to admit that they're not in control. So I feel like this is someone who really does like being in control. Yeah, like the Chariot's all about control. The Emperor's about control. And I feel almost like there's a sense of pride in not like focusing on negative feelings. Like it's almost like it's kind of giving the typical being raised in the society where men, especially if this is a man, like men are taught to, it's like a sign of weakness to, like this person doesn't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to focus on negative emotions. Like they almost view like sitting with negative emotions as a sign of weakness, or it's like unnecessary, or it's just an attitude problem. Like you can just, why don't you just do something different? It's almost like that, like where they almost oversimplify what the solution is. And because they're not super adept at navigating the complexities of the inner world, so yeah, I'm just kind of seeing this where they're like, it's not a problem. Like whatever issues have, like they're almost like overly unfazed or completely not worried at all. Like there's an energy here of not being at all worried, that things aren't headed in a positive direction. They seem to just be overly confident in a sense. But like in some ways this could be a good thing, because I feel like this is the opposite of the kind of person that doesn't take action, you know, because I feel like we can get that energy a lot where someone doesn't want to step up and take control or doesn't want to take the lead, you know. But this is someone who doesn't really know how to be vulnerable or how to understand the benefit of the shadow realm and the, you know, the unseen aspects of life, or yeah, they just don't really seem to connect with that. Interesting. All right. And I'm kind of getting as well like this energy of, you know, when a leader in general, like they kind of have to be strong for everyone, and so it's important to not show like weakness or show signs of worry. Like it's almost like staying strong. Like this person almost feels the need to stay strong in a sense. Like, and I think that can make them emotionally not really receptive, or they don't really understand it. Okay, so we're gonna get some oracle cards now. And these are all gonna be upright, so I'm just going to interpret it intuitively. All right, so how is pile number 2's person viewing this connection? Yeah, literally victory, you guys. Like victory at all costs. Like not at all costs though. It's actually not coming through like that, where like it's not 5 of swords, but yeah, this person, victory period. Like they're very focused on a successful outcome in this connection. They're very focused. Like this is not the kind of energy that wants to give up. Like that's the biggest way I could describe it. Like they don't want to give up on this. They feel almost like if they, as long as they're willing to keep going or keep trying, there's no reason why they can't create a successful outcome in this connection. Connection. I don't know why I said it like that. All right. How is pile number 2's person viewing this connection? All right. We have financial constraints. Man holding a coin. Man holding a heart. Yeah, and healer of the ages here. This is so interesting. I'm almost wondering, I need to clarify financial constraints. Because nothing has really come through about that so far. Okay, I feel like even with financial constraints here, like I do feel all in all that this could even just be speaking to any restraints that there has been on the connection. I feel like they almost feel like they're going to be able to overcome that and move forward. Yeah, we have this energy of feeling like despite what issues there are, or despite what restrictions there are, there's this energy of, I bring this to the table. Like, and with Healer of the Ages too, like there's this feeling of, there is a positivity radiating from them in a sense, in a sense of almost not to doubt them. There's this energy of like not being willing to doubt themselves or be defeated or, you know, get too wrapped up in anything negative. Yeah. So yeah, it says that the powerful healing of eternal love is with me now. Divine consciousness fills every cell. I'm whole, healthy, vital, and at peace. Yeah, I just feel like they view this. I feel like they have strong feelings for you. I feel like they want to create more stability in the connection, or they want to, they may see themselves as a provider and protector almost. Can we just get one more to clarify these two different aspects here with man holding a coin and man holding a heart? You guys, literally Healer of the Ages came out. So I'm hearing the song. I could be violet sky. I can be wholesome. I can be loathsome. I can be whatever you like. Gotta be mean. Gotta be everything wrong. Yeah, I just feel like there's kind of an energy of refusing to feel lack, or refusing to believe that they're lacking any element almost. Like, because we have the King of Wands, we have the man holding a coin, man holding a heart. There's just this energy of like, I can kind of do it all. Or wanting to do it all, wanting to be everything. Because all we're missing is the King of Swords here. And that might be something. Well, we do have the Page of Swords. So I wonder if this is maybe slightly more underdeveloped in them, like when it comes to like intellect, or maybe seeing things very clearly, or maybe they're not as good with their words. Maybe they're not as good with, yeah, like maybe they don't really consider themselves to be like a scholar, you know, but there is just this energy of, I have everything I need within me, and I am going to be successful. I can renew myself. I have an everlasting sense of vitality, and I'm going to overcome any restrictions, or I don't know. There is this energy as well of just like them almost reminding themselves of like who they are or what they bring to the table. Like, I just feel like this person does have a lot of confidence. It can sometimes veer maybe even into like not even arrogance, but just like, maybe they could spend a little more time looking at where they could improve. But this person does spend a lot of time reminding themselves of what they bring to the table and what they're able to achieve. Because I want to see what the opposite or the reverse here is. Yeah, so in the reverse, it says, take time to regroup and put your own healing first. Whether you're facing mental, emotional, physical, or even addictive patterns, call upon the Healer of the Ages to bring his energy to the issues you're working on. Quiet your mind, clear away any dark or hurting space. Repeat this meditation. And yeah, so it's almost speaking to an energy of maybe feeling the need for a deep sense of healing, or feeling that there's a lot of darkness. I feel like there's just this energy where they feel, they do think about the connection almost through their own lens of not letting themselves give in to hopelessness, or give in to defeat, or allow themselves to believe that they're losing energy. This person is kind of giving like mindset is everything, or like if I say this and I do this, then that's what's true. But yeah, that's kind of what it's interesting that so much is coming through with their own energy in regards to how they're viewing the connection. And so there may be this energy, they may take a lot of responsibility, or they may feel that, you know, they might focus a lot on their role in the connection. They might even find a lot of purpose from this connection, or like they might feel like it's kind of like their job to make sure that it's moving forward or that it's in the right place. But yeah, I guess I want to see what deck do I want to use actually. I'll use this. All right, how are they viewing the connection, Spirit? Yeah, we have Y in reverse here, which is interesting because I feel like they don't take a lot of time out. Yeah, we have Between Worlds, Imagine, Higher Power, and then Message in a Bottle. And yeah, Here and Now. So like, I do feel like there's this overall energy of them wanting to just focus on the present and not worry about the past. But I feel like they overall do feel like the connection is maybe in a transitionary place right now. But I feel like they do see a vision for this connection. I do feel sometimes that they may struggle, like there's kind of an energy of not being led by the divine, or they don't really listen to their intuition. Like they don't seem to be super connected with like the spiritual realm, or it's almost like they're not very perceptive with Message in a Bottle. Like I kind of feel like they don't listen to the inner whispers of their higher self. And so it's possible that they can, and I do feel like they make other things like their higher power. Like I do feel like success, or like the success of a relationship, the success of a job may be like what they're so focused on that they don't really catch when there's maybe red flags or issues that they should be looking at, you know? I feel like it could be really hard for the divine to get this person's attention even. And so I do feel like with Y here, there can be a lack of reflection as to like what's motivating them, or there can just be this this intense certainty about what they're doing and this assumption about it. But if they were to reflect further on it, they might realize that, like, especially like with the Hermit energy, like I feel like they may have a hard time going within and going like, what is really driving me, or like internally, you know, why do I want this thing externally? And so I do feel like they can be more ego based, and they're just very outwardly directed. Like they're like, I'm going to feel happy internally when, or they don't even worry about that. They can just be very fixated on reaching like certain goals in their life as well. Yeah. And I feel like with Yin just here in reverse, I feel like they may have a hard time receiving. They may feel the need to always be the one kind of taking action. Like I feel like they can have a hard time with their feminine or receptive energy, where you're just, you know, you're not trying to achieve anything. Like you're just kind of reflecting and you're perceiving, you know, like with Yin, it's like this kind of receptive, especially like in meditation. Like I feel like I just sit with everything. Like I feel my feelings. I hear the sounds. Like it's a very non-active energy. And so I feel like this person can kind of struggle with that. And in that case, like, I feel like they don't always know, they are not always in tune with their deeper wisdom. And so it is possible that they don't look too deeply into what they're doing or why they're doing what they're doing. But yeah, so I just feel like there's this energy of not really reflecting too much and just focusing on transitioning to a better place, or to what they're envisioning. Like they're trying to manifest a certain reality with you and overcome any, if there are any like financial constraints. Like I feel like they're trying to work on that. Like I feel like they just have this plan to overcome any potential issues. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. We're going to take into the extended now. We're going to be looking at, I want to see where this connection is headed right now. I want to definitely get you guidance on like, what is your best, like what's in your highest good for this connection? Because I know this person has such a like directed energy that maybe sometimes it's harder for you to maybe have your own opinion or direct, like you might not feel as in control, you know, because this person seems to kind of be in control. So what's in your highest good? And then I want to see what they would say to you. Not even what they would say to you. I want to see how they're perceiving you in the connection, because I almost want to know how off base or on target they are with understanding like how you're feeling, because I know you were feeling maybe a little bit like this person doesn't really understand your emotions, or like maybe you don't even try to share them because you just know that, you know, maybe they're not going to understand, or they're not going to validate it. So yeah, I do want to see how are they perceiving your feelings and your experience in this connection. We're actually going to look at that first. So we'll start off with that. Then we'll look at where the connection is headed and what's in your highest good, like guidance for you. So other than that, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment if you guys enjoyed the reading, and don't forget to subscribe before you head out. Other than that, it's been a pleasure, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Dreamy Moons Tarot and the Selenite Heart, then this is going to be your reading where we're going to be looking at how your person is currently viewing your connection. And we're going to be starting off with an energy check-in to see how you are viewing this connection. And then we'll see your person's energy. And this is really meant to serve as an energy check-in to hopefully help you feel more confident that this is your pile before you start taking on the messages. So, and as always, just use your intuition. Don't take anything that doesn't feel right for you. Okay, so for pile number 3, how are they viewing this connection? 6 of Swords, the 2 of Wands. So there's an energy of like forward movement here. Yeah, like there's a transitioning energy, moving at being at a crossroads or moving from one place to another. And that could be within the relationship. That could also be in the physical. How is pile number 3 viewing this connection? King of Wands. Nine of Cups. There's an energy here of knowing where you, like what vision you have for the connection, knowing what you want here is what it seems like. And I'm kind of getting this energy of like envisioning or creating a plan to, like with the 9 of Cups, to be more fulfilled is what I would say. Can we clarify the 6 of Swords? We have the 4 of Cups. Interesting, yeah. And so, and like the 2 of Wands can be an adventurous kind of a card, or an energy of, it's like taking on something new. Like just think about like she's holding the world at her hands. And so it's really a card that makes me think about expansion and making the decision to move away from maybe where you've been, like what's been comfortable for you, what's normal, and kind of taking a little bit of a risk or taking an adventure. And the 4 of Cups being here is an energy that can talk about being dissatisfied, like complacent, even bored. So let's see. Can we clarify the 2 of Wands? We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. Can we clarify the King of Wands? We have the Ten of Swords. Can we clarify the Nine of Cups? The Four of Swords. Okay. And then the Knight of Swords at the back of the deck. So, yeah, I'm wondering if there's been an ending here, or you may feel like you weren't happy in this connection, and I'm kind of seeing you wanting to move on to create more personal fulfillment in your life. I also feel like you might be looking for a connection that is more exciting, or like with a person where, you know, like where their vision inspires you. It's almost like you're wanting more fire in your life is what I would say. And you might just be feeling like you weren't super satisfied with where you were at, I feel like, in the connection. And with the Four of Swords here, it feels like an energy of really taking time to reflect on what you want and what makes you happy, and focusing on your own fulfillment. Because, yeah, the Four of Swords and the Hermit can talk about going within to really follow your own internal guidance and follow your own, following your inner voice. So I feel like there may have been like a time period of emotional withdrawal where you've been trying to figure out like what's next, where you want to go to, or you've clearly decided that something wasn't working for you and you're ready to move in a new direction, is what it seems like. And the Knight of Swords here is about, we have death. So I do feel like there maybe was an ending in this connection. Maybe coming out of a period of loss, excited for a new chapter. But yeah, I can see there's an energy of like forward movement again, or gearing up to take action or to create more action in your life. To go after the things you want. Okay, so I just want to see, though, can we clarify the Ten of Swords? The Page of Wands, yeah, it feels like there's a new path opening for you. Eight of Cups, yeah, I do feel like this is a connection you're walking away from in order to find what makes you happy. Like, I feel like you're following your inner voice and maybe going on a solo journey is what it seems like, to find your fulfillment and allowing what needs to die. Can we clarify the King of Wands? We have the Six of Wands here. There is an energy coming through about like confidence, or maybe wanting to feel like on top of the world again, essentially. I feel like you're almost imagining maybe the kind of person you'd want to be with. And I feel like there's an energy here of also maybe this is something that your person that we're talking about like was lacking in, but maybe they weren't like super confident or super good with people. Like maybe you want someone who's like more outgoing and is better with people in general. And if this is a new person, you could be going down a new path with this new person, and this could be the King of Wands person. Like, that is more in alignment with what you've been wanting. So yeah, I guess we'll see when we go to the next part, but ideally you would recognize this energy. But But yeah, there's almost a feeling of like a makeover kind of an energy here, or almost like, okay, like we need to like revitalize ourselves. Like we need to make a change. We need to shift the energy here. All right, so I'm interested to see what's going to come through, but let's have a look at how your person is viewing the connection. How is pile number 3's person viewing the connection? And I'm thinking this is either going to be someone that you're leaving behind, or if there is a new person, it'll probably come through as that. So ideally, we'll see, whatever. All right, so for pile number 3, how is their person viewing this connection? Okay, we have the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, heavy hitting energy coming out, 10 of Swords, so 3 10s, wow. Ace of Cups, can we clarify the 10 of Cups? The 2 of Cups. Can we clarify the 10 of Stars? The 3 of Wands. Can we clarify the 10 of Swords? The 6 of Wands. Interesting. Can we clarify the Ace of Cups? Page of Swords. And then Justice here. Interesting. So, definitely, it seems... I'm getting the message of finally letting something end. And I don't know if this has been you or your person or one of you. But it's possible that one or both of you are coming out of like a really tough ending or a really tough cycle, but it's almost with the idea of finally being able to go for something that is very expansive. And there's just this feeling here of finally putting yourself first. So I don't know if this is you or your person, but putting yourself first and going, I'm done with whatever hasn't been working in my past. Like I'm done with it. Like I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to stop holding myself back from an opportunity to start something better. But yeah, I am seeing that they're seeing things even more intensely than you are. Like this person's seeing you as endgame. So with the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, like I feel like this person really sees this connection going really far. I feel like they feel very connected with you. I feel like the 2 of Cups is a great energy. Like that's the relationship card where you and a person is just like on the same page. Like it's a heart-centered connection where you just see eye to eye with someone and you have the same vision. So I feel like this person feels like you guys have the same vision for your future. And yeah, and with the Ace of Cups, it's like this brand new beginning. And it's almost like with Justice here, like I don't know if one of you was betrayed or if there was, like, I might have to look more into the 10 of Crystals, but it almost feels like this is coming off the back of a really tough ending. So it could be like in career or in another relationship. But I feel like with Justice here, it's almost like this person's viewing this connection as like getting what they deserve, or finally things being right, or things being like, they feel like this is like their justice. Like they feel like this connection is justice and they can move forward with this and leave any injustices or any unfair, painful situations in the past. Yeah, all right. I want to see... I want to get a better understanding of the 6 of Wands here. I feel like it could even be an energy that, like, where you might have, you or your person maybe felt underappreciated or unseen, or like something was even adding to a lack of confidence. And so there's almost this energy of like regaining confidence and yeah, just feeling better about yourself, feeling more successful again, feeling more empowered. But can we clarify the Six of... Actually, what the heck is the Ten of Swords here, Spirit? Yes. Okay. Either way, like, I just feel like this relationship, yeah, we have the Tower here. There's been some very, very difficult ending, or maybe something that really fell apart. And so this connection really marks things getting better or things moving to a better place. Can we clarify the Six of Wands? Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords, where like, yeah, and the Nine of Wands, where I feel like, I don't know if it's you or your person, but it just feels like there's been an energy where maybe of even being like victimized or disempowered, being put through a lot. So like you're not at your best, but I just feel like there could be an energy where someone has been dealing with a lack of support and disempowerment, and people maybe, because like with the Eight of Swords here, maybe someone felt very stuck or held back or like stuck in a situation. Well, the Eight of Swords can then lead to the Ten of Swords, but I feel like there's been an energy of, yeah, we have the Six even here too, of a difficult situation that made someone feel very powerless or victimized and not confident, to not empowered. I feel like there's just a disempowered energy that someone's gone through. And with the Nine of Wands, yeah, it just feels like someone's been put through a lot here. And I feel like this connection feels like finally receiving justice, or finally, or like moving in the right direction. They see this as a fair and balanced situation, maybe as opposed to something else from their past. Or you, I don't know if it's, or even both of you guys maybe came out of a difficult situation, but yeah, we had the Sun here. It's like there's the light at the end of the tunnel is like what this connection feels like. And it also feels like this energy of like moving from everything feeling just doomed and there's no hope, to a new beginning that within it holds the potential for so much expansion and so much happiness. And just like the shift of that energy maybe could be making one or both of you, this could be your person especially, like just feeling more empowered. So like with the King of Wands here, that could have definitely been your person's energy. And yeah, I just feel like this connection is something that really supports them, to leave the past behind and to move to a better place. I want to clarify. Can we clarify the Page of Swords? Yeah, and I feel like with the Page of Swords and then the Five of Swords here, like I feel that this person could be becoming more aware of like toxic behavior that they've maybe been dealing with the Five of Swords. Because yeah, I feel like I was getting an energy of just very underhanded behavior, being treated very poorly by someone or by people or someone, or being in a situation where there's high conflict and a win at all costs kind of an energy. And so I feel someone could have even like left a narcissist or something like that. That's just coming through. But because it almost feels like in this connection, there's this breath of fresh air of like, wow, like this is what normal people, this is like what a healthy, fair situation looks like. Like I was putting up with like such an energy that was holding me back and making me feel so bad about myself, making me feel unsuccessful and defeated, you know, like I feel like there was such a defeated, like think about the energy of feeling defeated versus feeling like built up by the people around you and supported. And yeah, like also an energy where people are rooting for your success as well. Like I feel like there might have been themes of that in the negative situation with the Ten of Swords. Like there's been an end put to any situation where instead of being appreciated and recognized, you're being torn down and competed with and sabotaged. Like, I feel like that's kind of, you know, that's an energy that we're moving away from. And yeah, the Page of Swords, I definitely feel like there could be an energy of like learning almost through this connection or through like a new start. It's like having realizations about other bad behavior that maybe one or both of you have dealt with. So I am a little bit confused about it. I guess it doesn't really matter, but like all in all, the way they're viewing this connection is like literally like hallelujah. Like they're finally, things are going their way. Finally they're getting progress in their life, and they feel this energy of being able to trust that things are moving in a positive direction. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm seeing. So let's get this. So and I even feel like there could have been like someone that was dealing with gaslighting, like almost being made to believe that like they couldn't have anything better, or they're wrong for not being happy in a situation that was actually like terrible. Like, I feel like it's just finally moving away from a very like toxic energy. Yeah, and like self-love emerging. But how is pile number 3's person viewing this connection? The 6th chakra. So they definitely could feel like this is a soulmate connection, or you guys have a very intuitive bond between you. They could feel like it's very spiritual. Yeah, door to personal healing and happiness. Like, I do feel overall like they almost feel like they're finding their healing in this connection. I also feel like they're feeling very optimistic for the future with it. I feel like they're finally like, because the sixth chakra dealing with your like third eye, I feel like it is this energy to be able to project into future timelines almost. Like, that's how I see it, is like being able to imaginatively look ahead and draw certain things to you. I feel like this person had been really struggling to look forward, or to like, I feel like they were in a state where they weren't really able to see a positive future. And so I feel like they're in this energy of healing and being able to be connected again intuitively to the idea that things are going to be okay, or that they can manifest something new. I feel like they're kind of like waking up in a sense as well. What else? How else is pile number 3 viewing this connection? Yeah, we have Angel of Love, the Temple Path. Yeah, this is beautiful. So I really do feel like there's a lot of love here. They feel like this is the right path for them. I was getting that with door to personal healing and happiness, but I feel like with the Temple Path, it's like, I feel like this person felt like they were very off course in their life. And if this is your energy that felt this way, like, then I would say that this is how they're viewing like your experience in the connection. But I don't know if it's like you guys have been through something similar or what it is, but like with the Temple Path, it's just this feeling of being spiritually connected again, and like almost feeling connected to the universe, and like everything's happening for a reason, and I'm in the right place, you know, instead of feeling like everything is such a struggle, and like where you could be struggling to feel loving energy even. And I just feel like this person views this as an opportunity to really connect with self-love, and they really feel love for self and love for other. They really feel like they're on the right path with this, and they're getting away from like a detour almost on their divine path. Let's get one more. This is a beautiful energy, you guys, for pile number 3. Yeah, happy family here. So, and heart chakra. Yeah, they feel like this is a very like heart-centered connection. Yeah, and I'm seeing with envy here too. Like, I feel like it's possible that maybe in the past, like, they didn't really feel like certain things were possible for them, or they might have felt like this happiness was out of reach, or like they would never get to have these certain things. But I feel like they feel very found in this connection. They just feel like they're on the path to creating a really happy family with you, to building a strong sense of connection, community, legacy. Just they can just envision. I feel like this person's very tuned into, like, they're like, look at this rainbow and this beautiful scene where like life feels a lot lighter. And I just feel like there's a lot of personal healing going on, and reconnecting to a vision, reconnecting to your soul's path almost. Like this feels like North Node energy. This feels like we've just released South Node energy and we're moving to the North Node, and finally things are able to flow again after a lot of difficulty, or there being a lot of struggle. This is like the light at the end of the tunnel as well. I just want to see, out of curiosity, what comes through from this deck. How are they viewing this connection, Spirit? Out of the Ordinary, the song is coming to my head. So I definitely feel like they feel like this is a very rare, beautiful connection. How are they viewing this connection, Spirit? Oh my God, did I say this or what? North Node, life's purpose, like truly, 10 of Cups here. How are they viewing this connection? We have the 12th house. Yeah, I feel like this is like the 12th house being like an end or conclusion of a cycle. Yeah, I feel like a lot has become a lot clearer for them as well. Like, I feel like I do kind of want to see, because what am I thinking about? There's a sense of completion, or I don't know. Let me see. I just want to see if there's any specific message with this. Yeah, okay, so we have this may bring confusion or peril. So when the 12th house comes up in a reading, something is amiss. There's something about the situation you're unsure about, or at least not privy to. All is not as it seems. Without information, it's difficult to move forward. The signals you're getting are probably the wrong ones. And that's what I'm getting as well, is like being gaslit, or there being a lot of illusion. It says what seems obvious right now is a mirage. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just seeing, yeah, the warning with this card. Okay, it says take heed and search for clarity, watch out for deception. This is also so like this represents the 4 of Cups here. So yeah. Okay, this is saying here in this card we have solitude, hospitalization, secret enemies, exploitation, visions. And so I wonder if there was like exploitation going on, and there might have been a lot of I don't know, I just feel like someone, yeah, so being under the influence of someone, not having boundaries. I just feel like someone could have been targeted here, or yeah, I just feel that there had been a really tricky energy where you couldn't, like where I feel like this person maybe even felt like, or you, I don't know if it's you or your person, like felt very disconnected from their path. And like it can be the energy of also like being under the control of someone else, or almost like making someone like self-sacrificing, like sacrificing and making someone else like your purpose versus actually being aligned with your true purpose. So yeah, I feel like someone might have like martyred themselves, or like, I don't know. But all in all, I just feel like there's an energy of being reconnected to like a vision, like the vision for your life, and getting on your North Node essentially. So, all right. Yeah. And then we have Pluto transformation. So 6 of Swords. Yeah, I really am seeing that. I feel like there might have been something like very underhand. Like Pluto can speak about like difficult topics where it can be like very intense. I feel like it can be like what's buried or what's hidden. And so I just feel like And it also talks about the death energy here too. So I feel like there has been a lot of transformation going on. And maybe there has been a difficult transition, but it's almost like on the other end of it, we have the North Node here. So yeah, what else? Anything else for how they're viewing the connection? Yeah, lunar eclipse change. Like I am seeing it definitely, there's definitely a bittersweet energy here of leaving certain things in the past. Yeah, we have the 8th house, endings and beginnings, Chiron, healing. So yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of healing happening. And yeah, the 8th house here, like maybe someone went through like a strong lesson within their 8th house. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So, we're going to look in the extended now to see where this connection is headed. I want to see what your person would want to say to you. And then I just want to get any other guidance for you on how to continue to move forward on your journey, what's in your highest good, all of those things. So I will have that link down below. Other than that, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment, I really do appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe before you head out. Other than that, I enjoyed the reading and I hope to connect with you again soon.